Hello, hello. We're going to go live today and dig into a little bit of beginner video editing on the Photoshop Elements page today. We're going to play with a really fun new feature in Premiere Elements 2018 on today's live stream. And before we get started, let me know in the comments if you would. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're viewing this from. I'd really like to hear where you're from, who you are, and where you are watching from today. So I'm going to dive in just a moment. I'm just trying to figure out and make sure that, yeah, I think we're good. We're good. All right. So to start things off, let me introduce myself. My name is Meredith Marsh, and I'm the blogger and YouTuber behind VidProMom.com, where I do video editing tutorials, gear reviews. Basically, I teach regular, everyday people how to create awesome family videos, hobby videos, GoPro edits, YouTube videos, all that kind of fun stuff. So I see a bunch of people popping in here. Awesome. Lakeland, Florida. Oh, everyone's from Florida. Okay. Birmingham, Alabama. All right. Hey, Craig. All right. So I'm an Adobe partner, so I'm going to be hosting today's Exploring Elements live stream. Adobe asked me to share some tips and tricks here on the Photoshop Elements page today. So I'm going to show you how to do the bounce back guided edit in Premiere Elements 2018. So hi, Olivia. And I'm going to dive in just a moment. I want to give people a chance to pop on a little bit. Because I know there's sometimes a little bit of a delay when people get their notification that the page is live. So, and I do want to remind you guys that make sure that you follow and subscribe the Photoshop Elements page, and then turn on your live notifications. That way you get a notification anytime this page goes live with new trainings and things like that. So you don't want to miss out. So the bounce back effect is really neat. I want to show you an example here. Okay, so my mic is muted. I can't talk over the video, but basically what it is, it's a looping video. You're probably familiar with the boomerang effect on Instagram, where it plays a clip and then plays it backwards and then loops it back and forth a few times. Or on Facebook, I know for sure you've seen GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you say it. It's like a looping animation, but with Premiere Elements 2018, you can actually create those things with your own footage, and it's really, really easy. So you can create a short video clip, or something that you might want to just post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, or you could use that clip in a longer project that you're working on. So it's kind of like, like a modern day instant replay kind of a thing. So that's what the bounce back effect is. And I'm going to show that to you in Premiere Elements. So we have a lot of people from Florida. Oh, good. We have somebody from Belgium too. All right. So, if you have any questions as we go along, just drop them into the comments, and as I see them pop up, I'll try to answer them as best that I can. Sometimes comments are a little bit finicky on live streams, so if I don't see your question, I might pop in later and answer it. Sometimes they just don't pop up, so if you feel like I'm ignoring you, I'm probably not. So, hey, Jeremy. Drop them into the comments there, and I also have a one-page printable Premiere Elements cheat sheet for you. So for those of you that are totally brand new to video editing or Premiere Elements, this cheat sheet basically gets you started when you open a new project, and then has this step-by-step kind of like a checklist of what to do after you're done editing your video, how to export it, because those kind of settings can get kind of confusing. So I'm going to drop a link for you in the comments so that it's there for you whenever you need it. I'm just trying to drop it in there now. Grab my cheat sheet. All right, there we go. So we're going to move on here. I'm just looking at my notes. So, all right, let's dive into Premiere Elements. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you can see what I'm doing here in Premiere Elements. So I am, this is the newest version. This is Premiere Elements 2018. And even though I'm on a Mac, the PC version of Premiere Elements works pretty much exactly the same. It just might look a tiny bit different. So if yours doesn't look just like this, you know, don't freak out. It's okay. It's still the same program. And by the way, if you miss anything as I walk through this, you can always go back and rewatch this live stream in on the Photoshop Elements page. So it's live right now, but you can always go back and watch it. It'll be there for you. So one of the really awesome things about Premiere Elements is that there's different levels available to you when you're working on a project. So there's the quick editor, which is what you see open right now. And then there is the expert editor, which looks like this. They look very similar, right? But you have a lot more options with this expert editor. And then right here in the middle, you have a feature called guided edits. And the guided edits are really just like they sound. They guide you along as you edit a video clip so that you're editing and learning at the same time. And you can't mess it up. Like, it doesn't even allow you to press the wrong button. That's how easy it is. So it's a really great place to start if you're new to video editing, and that's where we're going to be hanging out today. So what we're going to do is, I just want to show you real quick. There's a bunch of different guided edits available here, like just a basic, like how to trim and split your clips. But we're going to be over here under Fun Edits. We're going to choose this Bounce Back Effect Edit. So like I said, it walks you through each step. It tells you exactly what you need to do so that you literally can't mess it up, okay? So as you can see up at the very top on the left-hand side, it's giving us that arrow and telling us that we need to add some media. So I'm going to click that, and that brings down our folder here. So I have some things on my desktop. I'm going to choose this Adirondack fishing. So we have that, we've imported that into our project, and then our little instruction box here tells us to drag this clip down to our timeline. So we're going to do that. So there it is on our timeline. We'll give it just a second to catch up with itself. Okay, so now it's there, and next it tells us that basically gives us a description of what the bounce back effect is, right? So we're going to make a video loop back and forth. So I'm going to hit the next button, and it says to choose our clip. We only have the one clip on there, so we're going to hit next. And the first step is it wants us to delete the audio. So it says right click and then just choose delete audio. And I hope you can see that, yeah, I hope you can see that it doesn't even let you choose anything other than what it tells you to choose. So when I said you really can't mess it up, I'm serious. You really can't mess it up. So we're going to choose delete audio. Since we're going to be playing with the speed of the clip and then playing it backwards, you don't really want the audio in there because otherwise it's just going to sound weird and probably pretty bad. So so it tells us to move our current time indicator to the place on the clip that we want to kind of cut from. So what we're kind of looking for is a little section that I'm trying to zoom in on my timeline here. We're looking for a little section so that we can take just a few seconds to make this bounce back effect, you know, kind of loop and make sense. So I'm just looking for a place here, if I can get my timeline here to cooperate with me. So the instructions say move the current time indicator to the place where you want the effect to begin. So I'm just going to choose right here where it is. And then I need to zoom back out so that you can see my whole clip. So it tells us that we need to actually move the end of our clip over. So what we're basically doing is trimming. Hey, look, it's me. So what we're basically doing is trimming off the very beginning of a clip here. And our clip looks super small, but this is the part that I want, the part where my daughter's casting the line. So next, we're going to trim the end of the clip. So we're just going to drag this over a little bit. And next, it wants us to hit this button over here to fit this clip to the visible timeline. What that kind of does is it kind of zooms in a little bit so you kind of see what you're doing here. So we have a clip that looks like it's about 4 seconds long. And yeah, that should be good. Let me just double check where it's starting. So you can see here she's just kind of about to cast, and then she casts the fishing pole, or the fishing line, I should say. And yeah, so that's good. We can actually trim off a little of this end here. If you make your bounce back too long, then it's not as, I don't know, it's just not as eye-catching. So, all right, so next step, we're going to right-click and select Clip and then Time Stretch. So you can see down here, I'm going to go to Clip and then Time Stretch. And then it tells us to increase the speed of our clip. So it gives us an example, 200 or 300%. I'm going to go with 300. And we're going to hit OK. So that's going to actually make our clip a little bit shorter because now it's sort of in more of like a fast forward kind of a situation. So next it tells us to right click on the clip and click copy. So we're going to hit copy, and then it tells us to move our time indicator to the end of the clip, select our clip, and then paste. So I just hit Command V on my keyboard and hit paste. And next we want to right click on this second clip that we just created and go to time stretch again, except this time we're not going to mess with the speed. We're actually going to hit this reverse speed button. That's going to make it go backwards. So you can see we have one clip that's going forward and then it just goes right into the same clip, but it's reversed. So at this point, our instructions here tell us that we can preview the clip by hitting the play button, or what I like to do is just kind of use the time indicator bar to kind of scrub through here and see what it looks like. And then it also tells us that one thing we could do, and I'm going to do it now for you, is you could select both of your clips and then go to the end again, right at the end, and then paste them. And you could do it a couple times. So in the one video clip, it's going to go back and forth, however many times that you want to loop it. So I just did it just twice here, so I could just do one more just for fun. And then it says to hit next. And this is where we get to the exporting phase. I'm just going to do the quick export. There's a lot of different exporting options, but just, if I was going to post this on social media, like on my Instagram or on my personal Facebook account, this would be plenty good enough just to use the quick export. I can choose a file name. I already got one in there. Choose the destination. I'm going to put this on my desktop and I'm going to hit save. And it's going to export this clip for us. It shouldn't take too long because it is a pretty short clip, but that's it. So once this is done, we will actually have the clip on our desktop that we can do whatever we need to do with it. Like I said, we can upload it to Instagram, we can upload it to Facebook, we can save it. We can also use it in another video project, right? So it's telling me the estimated time to export is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So hopefully it keeps going here pretty quick. Sometimes my computer gets a little bogged down when I'm doing a live stream and I'm trying to edit video and I'm trying to show on my screen what I'm doing with my video editing. So let me see. Guys, drop anything in the comments if you have any questions while I'm waiting for this to export. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And actually, while I'm waiting for this to export, I'm going to hit play on the bounce back examples from before so that you can kind of see what we're doing here. So we're still exporting. I want to pull up a couple of questions here. Let me pull up Gary's question. Gary wants to know, can you save the video and add audio back in with the auto audio feature? Yeah, you could always add your audio back in. You could actually not delete the audio to begin with. And then you could kind of do whatever you wanted with it. If you wanted to add it back in, you could. Kind of depends on what you're going for with your video, what you're trying to achieve with it. Another question Daryl wants to know, should you work with a copy of your original video? You don't have to work with a copy because when you make your cuts, well, I can't show it to you because we're exporting, but when you make your cuts on the timeline, it's not really doing anything to your actual video file. So it's just within the project making those edits and those cuts. So as long as when you export, you save it as a new file name, you should be fine. You don't really need to make a copy. You should be good to go there. But I mean, it's never a bad idea to make a backup of your video clips though. So if it makes you feel more comfortable with the whole process, then by all means, go ahead and just work with a copy. So we're almost done. All right, our save is complete. So I'm going to hit done here. And our little message box tells us that we're done. So we're just going to hit this little check mark here. And now you can do whatever you want with these clips. You're kind of here in the expert mode. So you have all these clips on your timeline. Like I said, you could add them into a project, an already existing project if you wanted to. You could do really anything you wanted with them. I want to show you another example. If I can find, let's see, we're going to we're going to do new project. And we're going to, yeah, we can hit save. So new project, I'm just going to call it my project. We'll hit OK because I do have another clip that I can kind of show you another example. So we're going to come over here again to guided edit, come all the way over to fun edits, and then down here on the bounce back effect, and it tells us exactly what to do. So all you have to do is follow these instructions. I have one of my kids dancing around on the ice at Lake Placid. So we have that one imported. I'm going to drag this down to my timeline. And we're going to hit next. And we have our clip that we're going to choose. We're going to hit next again. We're going to delete the audio. And then we are going to, basically what we need to do is find where in here we want to start kind of clipping from. Oh, that's not what I want to move. I want this one right here. So we have this. And now I have a black screen. There we go. So we have just a little clip of my kids playing on the ice. And I need to shorten this up quite a bit, actually, because this is a little bit of a longer clip. So right now it's at 10 seconds. So we don't want to loop 10 seconds because it's like a little too much. It's not going to give that same boomerang style fun clip that you would be wanting in this. So, all right, I think this will be good. This will be good right here. Another good thing to keep in mind is it's really good to choose a clip where your camera, or if you are holding your camera, it's a good idea to choose a clip where your camera is holding still. So it's not the camera that's moving in the clip, it's the subjects of the video that are moving. So all right, we're done with that. We're going to hit next. I already trimmed this. We're going to hit next. We're going to fit to visible timeline, and then go to next. We are going to right click and come down to time stretch, and we'll speed this up. We'll go 400% on this one, maybe. We'll hit OK, and we're going to copy this clip, and then we are going to paste the clip. Oh, it wants me to use the menu there. Okay, next. See, if you try to go out of order, then it doesn't let you do anything. So you just have to follow the directions. So we're going to right click on this again, time stretch again, and this time we're going to hit reverse speed so it plays backwards. And let's see how we're doing here. So this one may not be as exciting as the fishing one, but we'll see. So then you just go to the next button, and then you're at your exporting phase. So I'm not going to go through that whole exporting thing again, but that's as easy as it is. And then the great thing is when you're done, your clips are right there on the timeline. You can do anything you want with them. You could re-edit them if you wanted to. I want to hit cancel. It's not going to let me cancel because I'm in the middle of a guided edit. So I'm going to hit OK. All right, so we're back to our timeline there. So Gary says what I meant by auto audio is to add chosen music track and have the program modified to fit the action in the video. So if you're talking about the there's another quick edit for not a quick edit. There's another guided edit for doing automatic, where is it? The trim and split your clips, or I can't remember now exactly where to find it, but I'm not sure if that would work. I've never tried it that way, Gary, so you would have to try it and find out. You know, if it works, then it works. So yeah, let me just pop my face back on here for you guys. Oh, there I am. If I can answer any more questions for you, let me know. Like I said, I can always come back and answer questions later. If you want to play with Premiere Elements and discover that you have more questions, then feel free to pop them into the live stream and I'll come back in and answer them. And don't forget about the Premiere Elements cheat sheet that I told you about earlier. I put a link in the comments, so you should see it there. Or you can head over to vidpromom.com/elements cheat sheet, all one word, elements cheat sheet, to grab it now. And hit me up in the comments here if you have any questions or anything like that. So don't forget to subscribe to and follow the Photoshop Elements page. That's the page that you're watching this video on now, and hit the little notifications thing so that you actually get notified for future live streams. So thank you guys for having me on. I hope this was helpful for you. Once again, my name is Meredith, and you can hit me up over at vidpromom.com if you want to catch up with me and have some more video editing tutorials. And it's been really great sharing the bounce back effect with you all. So thanks for coming. Bye.